everyone, and welcome to the Shape Your Future Healthy Kitchen, sponsored by TSET. I'm Heidi, and I'm here with Chef Val from OUTU School of Community Medicine. Always a pleasure having you here with us. And we're pretty much all things holidays these days. So what are we making today?
So we are making a pear cranberry crumble.
Okay.
And if you didn't have pears, then you could use apple. And this is pear season, though. You should be able to find pears, no problem.
Well, that was my next question. So obviously just tweaking it by having pears just because it's an in-season fruit, just to tie in with everything in general.
Right, because we have made this before on air. We used apples a couple of months ago. We've used berry during the summer.
Okay.
But so we have our pear, we have fresh cranberries. You could use dried cranberries, and on the recipe, we actually say that you can use about half as much of the dried. I mean, but if you love it, then use the whole thing.
Then use all of it.
Yeah, and so we're gonna go with some orange zest. It's very holiday friendly.
I know, it's just fun already with the colors. Like I've said many times, just having all that fresh fruit and fresh food just gives so much color to everything.
Yeah. And so if we had a little more time, I would zest the entire thing on my fancy little microplane.
Okay.
And then the juice. And so just squeeze that right into it.
And again, this is just taking some small steps that will make a big difference in being just a little bit healthier during the holidays.
Right.
Well, or any time of year.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we have our fruit and the zest and the juice, and we're going in with some brown sugar, just a little sprinkle of salt, and then some cinnamon to give it some nice holiday flavor.
Holiday flavor.
Yeah, and you could also use some nutmeg, which would be delicious
that's true too.
Okay, so this is just going to get mixed together. Oh, and then we're also going to put in a couple of tablespoons of cornstarch, and that's what's going to make it that nice, thick, bubbly filling.
Okay.
Okay.
Just mixing it together.
Yes. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a topping, and that's going to be the crumble that goes right on top of that.
Okay.
Okay, so this is just going
in
right in our pan.
And this cute little pie plate, which
That's
is another great serving option.
Okay.
See, just alone, like just all the color, I love it all the time.
And then you can use the same.
Same bowl?
Yep. So we're using oats, almond flour,
Okay.
walnuts, a little bit more sugar.
So now if you have any sort of allergy to nuts, is there any alternative for that?
Sure, you could use oat flour instead of the almond flour, and then instead of any kind of, so you could use walnuts or pecans or any kind of nut that you wanted, but if you do have a nut allergy, you could use sunflower seeds, or you could just do extra oats, and that would be great too.
Just giving kind of that crunchier topping or a topping to your crumble.
Right. Okay, and then we're just going in with some flavorless oil. You could use canola oil. That would be a good choice.
Okay.
And you would want to mix this up pretty well just so that the whole thing is coated in oil. But then that's just going to go right on top.
All right.
And then this is going to bake for 30 or 35 minutes just until the fruit is all bubbly and then the top is nice and brown, just like our
finished product.
That's
that
right.
happens to be the magic of TV, right?
That's right.
Our finished product, and I get to dive into this?
Absolutely.
This is what I've been told?
Yes.
Or I'm telling myself, one of the two?
Please do dive in, and then you can have a little dollop of yogurt to go with it. So we have some honey vanilla yogurt to go with it.
So again, you can see all the fun colors are still in there. And then this was what? I'm sorry.
That is a honey vanilla yogurt.
Okay, for a little topping.
You don't have to peel the fruit either. And so I think if you have an apple pie, it's a tendency for people to peel the apples.
True.
But it gets very soft. There's no reason to, and it has a lot of extra fiber, and it's so much easier to prepare.
Oh my God. You'll have to finish. I'm still eating.
Okay, so it has a lot of sweetness. It has a little bit of the citrus zest, and then it has a lot of tang with the cranberries.
It is. It's so good, and it just has that fresh flavor to it too. And with the yogurt, it's just another healthier alternative than maybe whipped cream or something of that nature. If you want to use this for any of your holiday planning, go ahead and head to kjrh.com.